Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? ADS Play 101 here. War Warriors Collective. You see the new setup right here. It's something I'm testing out. But with that being said, I hope I can get me a new camera or something to where this ain't so blurry. Even when I turn the light on, it still don't look good. You know what I mean? It just looks messed up. It looks like I'm recording with a potato, a literal potato. But whatever the case is, I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible, trying to be as engaging as possible. And today we got something to look at. The Street Fighter V Gill Edition, well, it's the Champion Edition, but I'm calling it the Gill Edition. The Gill Edition, rightfully so, because people have been asking for Gill since Urian came into the game. Once Urian was in the game, they figured, when they've seen his ending in Street Fighter V, how, he was trying to best his brother, which has always been the case in Street Fighter 3 when he first came into Street Fighter, into the Street Fighter world. But they finally got Gil into the game. People didn't think it was gonna happen because Urian actually got Gil as a costume for Halloween as like a Halloween update skin. Um, yeah, they didn't really. It didn't seem like it was likely to get Gil into the game, but they finally put Gil in. I want to see how they reveal this guy, so I'm gonna shut the hell up. We're gonna play this. Let's see.
My unveiling. I will be exposed to the entire world. When the time of the prophecy comes, when all is revealed.
If that's not a stage with if that is the background, I'm gonna be mad.
Will rejoice, already knowing who I am.
What the hell? Okay, a couple things confuse me. First off, that stage is fire. Pyron, so they put a Darkstalker costume in there for him. Makes sense though. But yeah, so February 2020, 40 characters, 34 stages, 200 costumes. Champion Edition is $30, and the upgrade kit is literally $5 less. Wow. For whatever reason, I feel like I'm getting kind of ripped off a little bit. I ain't gonna front. I feel like I'm getting ripped off a little bit. Because it seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like a rip off for whatever reason. Maybe it's a deal. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking at it like, you know, they're releasing a whole new disc instead of it just being like an upgrade. But then again, it's some people who never got Street Fighter V, never bothered to get it, even after all this time. So now, they get to get it as the upgraded edition, which Capcom has been known to do over the years. Yeah, so they actually got another trailer I want to play, but before I get into that, which probably going to be explained in the other trailer, it looked like they got multiple first triggers, like multiple triggers. He looked like he's going to play like basic. The basic foundation is him and Urian playing this. Yeah, okay. V Skill 1 Divine Comet. Or was I tripping? Yeah, V Skill 1 Divine Comet. Then he got V Skill 1 V Trigger. Wait, V Skill? Oh, never mind. I'm looking at it different. I mean, all that stuff is the same to me. So they got different skills based on the trigger that you have. I'm assuming that's what they're saying. Woo! Okay, so we got to look at this Champion Edition trailer. Champion Edition trailer. I don't know if this is the same thing. And I'm gonna get my opinions on this afterwards because I actually got something to say. So assuming they're gonna cap this thing at 40 characters. They're gonna cap it at 40 characters. When you realize you paid, if you bought all the he shot out a dog. What the? Oh, she got a sonic boom. What the hell? So this whole Ultimate Edition or whatever is just them giving you Gill, this Champion Edition. They basically did all this just to give you Gill. So I feel like you paying $30 to $25 for a new character if you already have the game, because that's the only thing people really care about outside the costumes. I don't know, man. I just look at video games differently than other people because I feel bad for the people that after all the years you realize you done overpaid for like all the costumes and things like that. You paid way more than $30 for this if you or like $25 for the costumes if you purchase all of them and anything else that had to come with the game. And now they're giving it away for $30, which is I don't know. When I look at things like that, that motivates me never to buy costumes in any fighting game. Like I especially Capcom games, when I know they got a history of re-releasing everything on one disc later on down the line, I never buy any costumes or anything like that. It's not gonna make the character play any different, so I just don't bother with it. And this is a good example. So as far as the new things that they're offering, it looks like they're offering uh, the option to pick which V skill you want to use, as well as which V trigger you want to use. Either that, or what they're saying is they're gonna tie a certain V skill to a certain V trigger. Either way, they're giving you new ways to play with the characters, which is good. Because some of the characters they need it, and I'm actually eager to see what they're gonna give characters like, like Charlie, well Nash for the people who don't know Nash's first name. Urian, I'm curious to see what he's gonna get because that's my main. Uh, and basically every character on there. Fong, see if they trying to do anything to still make him playable, even though he's a lost cause. Cody, interested to see what he's gonna do. Don't give two shits about Guile, or as we used to call him, we used to call him Gully back in the hood. But yeah, man, I'm not really looking forward to it, only because I, I played the hell out of Street Fighter V. Didn't even care to pick it back up. Well, they say pre-order now and get a new color for each character. Wow, so they trying to bait you into pre-order this stuff. Whatever. See, I caught myself. I was going to say something else, but yeah, man, they trying to sell the I don't know, February 14, 2000. I wonder what else they're going to do with the game. Normally, this. Okay, so here's the good thing, right? Here's the good thing. For the people who been playing video games since the '90s, like me. You know, I've been playing ever since I can walk. You know, I've been playing fighting games from the Atari 2600 all the way up until now. Any fighting game you could think of, 9 times out of 10, I had my hands on it. Clay Fighters, Fighters Destiny, you name it. Like I played them all, even unpopular ones. Um, but of course, Street Fighter, of course. Uh, Games like this, Capcom has a history. They have a pattern when it comes to releasing games. They try to milk the most out of each Street Fighter game that they possibly can. With Street Fighter 2, they released multiple versions of Street Fighter 2, which is understandable because the internet wasn't a thing back then. And the only way to get an updated version of the game, with balance changes and things like that, they had to release a new copy. And they continue that even after the internet became available to everyone, and they could just, upload patches and things like that to the game that you had. But they still held on to that tradition of releasing the games like this. And normally, when they do championship editions or any type of edition like that, normally this is the telltale sign that this is coming to an end. Now, there was a poster that I put up not too long ago. Well, I didn't put it up, but it was posted. I think Ono had posted it, and then somebody named Boss Logic. I don't know if he actually made it or something like that. I found out it was fake later on. I got kind of excited, didn't do my fact check, and I ended up putting the video out. I'm gonna leave it up because like I'm not afraid to say it. That I got baited in. But it was a Street Fighter 6 poster. You see, which I'm assuming was Ken's fist, and it kind of it was a trail of fire, and it curled into the number 6, and they had PS5 at the end of it. Now the PS5 is slated for a 2020 release, so it's coming out next year supposedly, or either late next year or early the year after, 2021. But this game has a 2020 release date. Now, even though Street Fighter 5 was out, people still play Street Fighter 4. I mean, we could still get 6 in 2020. I'm not saying we're going to, but we could still get it based on the history of this company. I'm not looking too forward to it because normally this is a telltale sign that Street Fighter 5 is coming to an end, which is a good thing because a lot of people, including myself, we left this game alone for good reason. After years of trying to get this game, giving chances and giving them chances to get patches and all that, they just failed. They just kept dropping the ball. It doesn't feel like a Street Fighter game. It doesn't. After all the Street Fighter games we played up until now, this don't feel like Street Fighter. And I don't know if they doing balance changes. I would hope they're doing balance changes with they're not just releasing a disc. They're actually trying to do something. um, I don't know, man. I'm just hoping that whatever comes with this is actually worth playing. Because I don't want to bother getting this, and then it turns out that we're dealing with the same problems over and over again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait to get it. I'm gonna wait to get it. Damn the pre-order bonus, because it ain't worth it if I don't play the game any damn way, right? So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what the response is about like a month or so, and if it's worth getting, then I'll probably bother getting it and learning Gill and all that. Because I'm one of those people. I'll stand back. I'll just wait for everything to happen. You know, anytime they release a new system, it seems like that first wave of systems always have crash issues and malfunctioning issues and things like that, and I don't bother with it. Um, things like that. And I'm weary because again, anytime they release a champion edition or do like an updated edition of Street Fighter, of any version of Street Fighter, normally that signifies the end of that version of Street Fighter. You know what I mean? So this could be the end of Street Fighter 5. And I'm not finna take that risk knowing that Street Fighter 6 might be around the corner. I notice the patterns that they do. Hence the reason why I don't buy costumes, as I mentioned earlier, because I know they was gonna come out with this later on down the line. They always do it, and I feel bad for the people that paid for costumes and everything else up until now, and they basically getting all that shit for free for like, way cheaper than the overall amount of money that they paid for it, when it first got released. So I'm just, I don't know, man. We gonna see. As far as Gill though, and the new V Trigger 1 and V Skill 1, V Skill 2 system that they have, I'm looking forward to seeing what that does. I'm looking forward to seeing if it actually helps any characters in any way, if it gives them any other options um, that they probably might need. Other than that, man, I'm not that excited about it, So I'm gonna just leave it there. So that's it, man. Street Fighter Five, Liquid Snake, was going on. Early access costs more. It's normal. Hey, look, like what's up to you, by the way? I don't look forward to this release at all because it's never a good thing when you see the edition because it's normally signifying the end of that version of Street Fighter. It always happened when Arcade Edition came out. We knew that was the end was coming. When Arcade Edition 2012 came out for Street Fighter 4, we knew that Street Fighter 5 was around the corner. We didn't know exactly when, but we know Street Fighter 4 was coming to an end. And this is basically the end of that because I don't see what other characters they plan on adding to this game. Gill was like the most requested character at one point, especially when Urien got revealed earlier on in Street Fighter V, and now it's like they got Urien. I mean, they gave Urien that Gill costume. Seth is next. What good would it be to put Seth in this? Just save him for Street Fighter 6. Nobody likes the Street Fighter 5 system. I wouldn't buy it. Like I said, I'm gonna wait to see what the response is. I'm gonna wait at least 3 weeks for Punko. Has Punko been in any Street Fighter 5 tournaments? I've rarely seen him in any Street Fighter 5 tournaments. And if he was attending, he didn't make it out of pools, or he didn't make top 8, or I haven't seen him in any. And I watch a lot of Street Fighter tournaments. I don't remember seeing him in any. Like, he wasn't really active in Street Fighter 5, was he? Maybe in the earlier Street Fighter 5, but later on he just faded from the scene. He needs something, I mean, because Punko was a beast back in Street Fighter 4. And he was a beast. I'm talking about everybody started using his tactic with Seth, even though he wasn't the first one with it, but he was the best one with it. But yeah, man, so I'm going to end this one here. There's more the Fields reactions coming along, so just stay tuned. Street Fighter 5 coming February 14th, 2020. I personally don't, like I said, I'm going to wait to see what the response is before I get it, or at least 3 weeks. Street Fighter 4 could be worse, just saying. I mean, like Street Fighter 5, it had a better system than Street Fighter. I mean, excuse me, but Street Fighter 4 had a better system than Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 just feels, 6. Oh, duh. I'm like part woke. Still Devious, what's up? Like I said, I got more of these, so you guys just, be patient. Wait by like a good 5 minutes. I'm gonna be back. But as far as this Street Fighter 5, I'm gonna wait 3 weeks to see what the response is. If it's good or if it's more positive than negative. If they made the necessary changes to the characters they need in order to balance this game out, maybe I'll entertain the thought of buying it. But as far as right now, I'm not even interested. I don't even care if Gill is in the game. That stage is fire. That little Sunfire stage, it's fire or whatever. But it's, for me, like, it's really a little too late. But I'm gonna leave it at there. So thank you guys for watching. You guys stay tuned. Give me 5 minutes for anybody that's still in the chat, and I'm gonna be right back with another The Fields.